Are you telling me about September 1950? I'm recording. Is it okay if I record you?
Oh,
Is it okay if I record you
yeah.
with with my phone? But anyway, yeah, you said it was September 1950,
19,
6 o'clock in the morning.
yeah. And we left. I was stationed in North Carolina,
Uh-huh.
and when the North Koreans attacked the South Koreans way on the southern end of South Korea.
Today is today is Memorial Day.
Yeah.
So I think
Our outfit was notified that they're shipping our our Marines from North Carolina to a place in Southern California. I can't think of. There's a they had, I don't know, I can't think of what their name, but it's a
I think you said you were in
it's a
you went to Camp Lejeune in Carolina.
you know, it's a place where the Marines are. Where it's a place where they train.
Uh-huh.
It's way away from any town, and I can't think of the name of the camp there in.
I know you said you were in Camp Lejeune in
Yeah.
Carolina.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We were sent there. Our unit was sent from North Carolina right away to join that group to make it a bigger group. So they put us in a military railroad.
Uh-huh.
And we went from there all the way to that camp, which was going more western, and it took us 5 or 6 days to get there.
Oh, so you went by train.
Railroad.
You went by train.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all the way across the country.
Yeah, military truck. And anyhow, we got there, and they sent us over to Kobe, Japan, right away. And we were there maybe 2 days. And they had it's not a boat, it's a big tank,
It's,
big outfit, you know,
Was
big
it a-
tanker or something like
was
that.
it like a destroyer or
Yeah.
a
And
aircraft carrier?
and they got us, in a couple of days, they got us ready to get in that boat. It was more than a boat. It was a big. It was a big. Big, something like a big tanker, but it was used for taking troops wherever they got to go.
Oh,
From Kobe, Japan, and within 2 days they had us going over there to South Korea, and I was in one of them before because I went all the way to some town way over in the other side of in well, I would have to write that down. But anyhow, they got it in there in the morning, and by roughly few hours later, we were on our way. It was pitch dark.
yeah. You said 6
Yeah.
o'clock. 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, and we had. It must have been about 3 o'clock in the morning that we were aboard ship, and we hit a. One of them over that come from Japan, a rain, where it rained real heavy.
Uh-huh.
But there was an accident not an accident, but we got hit that came down aboard our ship, and the winds were real heavy,
Uh-huh.
blowing. They were crazy, and I got seasick.
Yeah, I was going to ask you if you got seasick.
I went up aboard. Well, a bunch of us went up above, and this was so early in the morning, we were all pretty tired, and I laid underneath one of the landing boats
Oh.
that's put up above,
Uh-huh.
And we headed for South Korea, and we got there probably, well, it was pitch dark so early, and it was quiet.
Uh-huh.
They told us, where we're at, and when we were gonna land,
Uh-huh.
and I must. Most of us just stood around. We couldn't sleep, and I got seasick a little bit.
Yeah, well, I'm sure there was a few other guys that got seasick
Yeah.
too.
A few other ones got sick too, but then we got called while I was we were in the truck, in a tanker, and it was pitch dark and real quiet. You didn't see anything except what was inside your ship.
Uh-huh.
And finally they got us to wake up. So we got up. We didn't know where we were at, and
But
they didn't tell us a lot what we're gonna do. And then I don't know, maybe it was about 4 o'clock in the morning, and they made us get up and get ready, and I got up. I couldn't see anything.
Uh huh. Well, you were still on the ship and everything, right?
Yeah, a little while later, we got up, and I was just there. I didn't see anything. Just up on the first floor, looking out, a bunch of us, all of a sudden, they opened up. Right next to us, not more than from me to that road, was a smaller, I don't know how, looked like not a real high one, but a little lower. And here, it must have been a rock. They were shooting rockets,
They were shooting rockets at the boat that you were on.
and then everything lit up.
Oh.
From here to 2 miles away, I could see them big machines. One was the biggest of the U.S.
Uh huh.
and they were shooting at South Korea because the North Koreans were in South Korea. They took over all of South
Oh,
Korea.
so they invaded South Korea.
And we had to get them out of there.
Oh, was this
And
this was Incheon? Was this Incheon?
Yeah. Then the
Wow, it's like 4th of July, huh?
Well, once they woke us up, it was only minutes. Then what they do to make the landing after all that shooting, they had everything blown up on land.
On the shore.
It was North Koreans in there, and then what we did is they start unloading these from the I don't know, I call it a boat, but it's a big ship, you know. Started letting guys down with a rope. You go down off the top, and then you land into the landing boats. They're right below.
Oh.
And after they get as many landing boats that they have, they start out with one, then another one gets on. They keep on going.
Oh, okay.
Till they get maybe as many as they want. 10, 15. And the first boat goes, and we're probably a couple miles away from shore. And the first boat starts going, and he goes around until the last boat lands, gets down, the guys get down into the boat. Then the first boat heads for shore, and all the other ones are behind them, real close.
Oh yeah, so it was.
Yeah, and
So did all the boats go together to drop you off on shore?
Yeah, yeah. They
Yeah.
spread out.
Yeah, yeah,
They
wait.
spread out on shore,
Yeah, that makes
and
sense.
then they get out of there
Uh-huh.
and go back to the shore, get back to the ship.
Did they do
And-
any, did the North Koreans, when they were in South Korea,
Yeah,
did they do any shelling of the shore?
yeah.
you- Was it like the landing in World War II did they do any shelling of the shore as you were landing? Or
Yeah.
were they shooting at you?
Yeah. Then every unit, every group is told which they read. They're told before they landed, or when you land, you go this way,
Uh-huh.
and every group is separated.
Uh-huh.
You know, they're not all going in one place. This guy could be 500 feet one way, and another group the other way. You know,
Uh-huh.
and what they do is go through where you can. You're led.
Uh-huh.
You're led that far to go.
Yeah, were they shooting at you when
Yeah.
you hit the shore?
When they say you guys go this way and that way, you know, that's where you got to go, because
Oh.
they keep going. You go that way,
Right.
that way,
Right.
and they got probably a mile or two apart, and where they gotta go,
Oh, how many people were on the boat?
and everything else stays on the boat.
No, how many people or how many soldiers
Oh.
were on the boat with you?
Well, we got
40, 50?
we got 30, 20, 25 or 30 in a unit, and I don't know if all were in that unit.
Uh-huh.
You know, that's all made out ahead of time. When we left Japan,
Uh-huh.
Kobe, Japan, then you're taught, or you're told which way is going. You're going this way, you know, just like being in school or something like that.
Right, right. So then you hit the shore, and where did they point you to go?
Yeah.
Where did
Yeah.
so you went inland? You went inland a little bit. That's how they
Yeah.
pointed.
Yeah, and everything is, the leader has something that he can notice the group, you know, how they doing,
Right.
everything and that, you know.
Right. Hang on, I'm gonna get my coffee. I'll be right back. It's Memorial Day 2023. So this would have been 73 years ago.
Yeah.
Because if it was September of 1950, and it's Memorial Day 2023. So you landed and you went inland. Did they?
Yeah.
Was there any shooting at you? Were they shooting at you?
Where now them that ship that brought us before we made the landing, I think that ship even instead of going back to Japan, it probably stayed back in the ocean
Uh-huh.
where we were brought to first, you know,
Uh-huh.
and we didn't. Well, you're in the middle of the woods. You don't get
Uh-huh.
to see anything what's going on.
Were you still
Except,
able to see the ship after you landed on shore?
no,
No? Oh, okay.
no, we're
Okay.
out too far,
Right, right.
too far
I
away
think, well,
from,
you said a couple of miles.
because we were heading to the, heading for the South Korean, uh, well, where they're, the where they are is that's where all the big shots are, you know, just like ours here, you know.
Yeah, they stay behind.
Yeah. And
But anyway, you landed, you hit the shore, and they told you to go into the woods.
yeah,
Oh.
and we didn't get there for months and months and months.
Uh-huh.
It was fighting all the way. It probably was about, well, it was a lot of mileage, you know, to the head company,
Uh-huh.
and
Oh, that's a long way from Camp
yeah,
Lejeune in South Carolina to California onto the ship.
oh
Then to South Korea.
yeah, yeah, that's and
But anyway, you were in the woods. You were in the woods when you after you
oh
landed
yeah,
off the shore.
there there was there was American soldiers not too far from where we made the landing. They had an office there
Uh-huh.
for years. You know that the United States, all them small parts of uh, of I don't know how to put it, but there's Americans, a small group
Uh-huh.
are watching over this place and that place. Well, there one there at where we made the landing, and after I got up, I can remember after I seen them, after I made the landing, we had our group had to go that way, and I happened to be one guy. There was another guy just not too far from me, not too far. You're usually not too all by yourself.
Right.
There's your group, your buddies all around, you know. And I happened to go over a place. It wasn't level. It was kind of rough, you know. And here was a building that was kind of damaged up, you know.
Uh-huh.
And that's where the United States had a group of that are, well, they keep everything everything is checked on and read on and all that stuff. And then they send their report in every once in a while to see how things are going. That probably went on for a number of years.
Right, right.
And that was pretty much damaged. And when I had to go through that, and here there was paper here and little whatever the guy had, whatever the half a dozen guys, whatever they had, they threw it around, and but it was all damaged. And I think what they did when the North Koreans come in, well, even before the North Koreans got there, they were damaging, they were shooting at you know, they were taking over the place, you might say.
Mm-hmm.
And
so the North Koreans took over that camp?
Yeah, they were all over that whole.
Oh, wow.
I don't know how many years, probably was about 400 or 500 or 1,000 acres that they went through already. And
that's probably why they got you, the Marines, to help them out, to be reinforcement for the people in that camp.
That was our job, to get all the North Koreans out of South Korea.
Yeah, yeah.
And that took a year, a couple years, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Well.
So you came upon this camp.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of North Koreans that took over this camp.
Oh.
So
yeah.
you had to retake that camp?
That was just like walking down the street or something like that. There's somebody here, somebody there, you know, heavily populated. It was all South Koreans. But I think that group that was run by the U.S. must have been the first ones that the North Koreans got to. And it was almost the other end of where the capital of South Korea was. And they did a lot of damage there. But I think they got the word already, those Americans that were in that area, there was a couple buildings they had there. Anyhow, they probably used one of them ships that brought us in to take them guys over to South Korea. To take those guys back to Kobe, Japan. Yeah, they weren't no shooting people. So they were just keeping.
So they got the civilians out of the area took them back to the ship.
Yeah, I don't know how many were there, but I know I went in through one of them buildings where they slept, they did their work in there and stuff like that. They must have taken them out, said, we're taking you back to Kobe, Japan, and they got rid of what they had, you know, but there was a lot of scraps on the floor. They were in a hurry to get out.
Yeah,
there was paper laying here and paper laying there, and
I bet.
And clothes tore and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Their job was to get
get
out and get to the ship and get back to
the refugees.
Yeah.
From the South Korean refugees from that area onto the ship.
So there's, from what I was telling you, it takes a lot of thinking to bring everything back,
Yeah.
you know, in days after that, because I'm on the move too.
Yeah.
I've got to keep going. Then I see places. Well, I'll tell you one. There was a few of us together in the area where we had to go, and
So were they shooting at you when the refugees were getting out of the area, getting back onto the ship? Were they shooting at you?
yeah,
Were,
there weren't.
were the North Koreans shooting at you when when this was going on?
Yeah, they were the ones that were there. They, I think, they must. I didn't see them at all, but I heard about it later and seen what there was. You know, they're not. They were probably taken out of there while North Korea was figuring out when to start moving in, you know.
Right, right.
And that word got around to these guys in front line. They're probably got the messages in their minds and
Yeah.
with the machines that they got, you know.
So after the so were you involved with getting the refugees out of the area? Did you tell them to get out of here and?
What the Americans that were there?
Yeah.
They probably got the word
Beforehand.
when it started.
Yeah, beforehand. Yeah.
And I was in North Carolina.
Right. Or
when the word just got there, saying what is happening over in South Korea. So it's a big setup with them.
Yeah, but after you were getting the refugees onto the ship, did you hear any gunfire in the back?